So here we are back here today. We did a little bit of work on this car yesterday, and the reason for that is Eddy messed up, guys. So I stripped and built that car, and right here. And then I put it away because we're done for the weekend. And then Eddy tries to back this thing up and realizes that he sucks with manual. So then he tells me I can't drive that car, it's manual. I said, yes, it's manual, Eddy. So then he said he wants the Pontiac Vibe. Now that it's built, he wants it. And he's like, you can have that Elantra, don't you worry, everything will be okay. You just take the Elantra. And I was like, but the Vibe's already built, Eddy. And he's like, yeah, but the Elantra's stripped. I said, but the Vibe is built. He goes, but the Elantra's less rusty. I was like, but the Vibe is built. So, yesterday, I had about an hour, so I came out and I took out the windshield. Did the old Sawzall. And then we put in a battery box. Sorry, a battery box and a gas tank box. We dropped the gas tank, cut the exhaust off, and then I did the back window. We just threw them all inside this dumpster van over here. So there's the exhaust, there's the gas tank, there's the windshield. Yeah, we pretty much just cleaned her up there yesterday. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting a battery into this, we're going to be putting a gas tank into this, running the fuel line, running the battery lines, window bar, and all that fun stuff. And then I think that's just about all that we have to do for the inside, and then we're going to move some of the electrical and fun stuff like that, and then we can maybe get ready for a bumper in the front. And I'd like to put different tires on it, because this is going to be a very snowy, muddy track. I might even put different tires on the rear. These are my 14-inch Toyota Camry donuts on rims, but they're all flat these days. So we might try to switch it out to some taller ones to try to get a little bit more ground clearance. But let's get a battery and a gas tank into this, because unfortunately this one's not built. Thank you very much, Eddy. So we got a gas tank in it. I don't have it strapped down. I'm going to drill a whole bunch of holes into Eddy's bracket to help hold it in with ratchet straps. We got a battery in it. We don't have the battery tightened down. We have a booster on it. Let's go take a look at the front of this. The booster's kind of going crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. So we pulled all the wiring off the front frame rails and regrounded it back up there. We pulled all the wiring off the front frame rails, regrounded it, moved the wiring harness from inside the fender. I'd like to move it a little bit more as well. We cut down the air box. We got the computer just floating. We got the fuse panel just floating. We're going to put spray foam around all that. I'm thinking about just zip tying some more stuff out of the way of this selector, because I don't want that getting jammed up. Honestly, the weakest part I think is going to be this really rusty clutch line. Okay, so we put a starter bypass into it, so let's see if she fires up. So, key on. We're just going to hook up the fuel pump here for a second. Okay, starter bypass. Let's see if she starts up. She's running. So that's a good sign. I'm going to drive it up to the door so I can get the welder to it. We're going to jack with the front end, jack it up the front end, put a bumper on, and change the tires, pull the inner fender wells out, and probably finish up the wiring here. So let's see if we can move this thing. So just playing with it here in the little short 20-foot distance I have here on the ice, I really think back tires are going to come into equation on this Derby. I know these tires here are not the best. They're kind of really bald, but I think anything that's going to slow us down is going to be really not that good. So, saying that, I think we're going to put different tires on the back, and we definitely need better tires on the front. So what we're going to do is we got this thing jacked up. We're going to take the front tires off, pull all this inner wheel well stuff out, and then let's go take a look at a bumper for this. This one here is Eddy's. He said I could use it, but honestly I don't want to use his stuff because then he's going to want to take a bumper out of my pile. So we're just going to leave this thing here. I could put a rebar, but I'm not allowed to cut the frame at all, so then I'm not going to get a good bite. I could use this bumper, but then again it's just a piece of tin's what this thing is, unfortunately. But it could work, you know. Maybe we might use that one, I don't know. It's going to be garbage on the front of it. Can't use any square tubing, can't use any bumpers with bends in it because you can't attach them. This one here, Steven's bumper, can't use it. Way too heavy, way too nice. Piece of garbage, piece of garbage. Well, you're a piece of garbage, but I kind of like you. Oh, that's what you say to all the ladies. Oh yes, you're super crusty. This car is going to do super bad. I think that I found my bumper of choice is just this guy. Nice. What a piece of junk. I can't wait to weld you on. So this car here is going to go to it's more of a stock show. So they have a rule that I can put 6x6 plate on the front of the car to help hold the bumper on. But, oh, and I'm allowed a piece of 2x4 square flat stock to help hold the bumper on as well. But because the rad support's out of this car, they're saying that I can't use the 6x6 plate and I can't use the 2x4 plate, so I can only butt weld it on. So we're going to try something a little different. We're going to try to fold the tabs down to try to get a little bit more weld onto the actual bumper. I don't know if it's going to work because that bumper is extremely rusty. Yeah, I'm not super happy that I'm not allowed to put the 6x6 plates, and I'm even less happy I can't put the 2x4 plates to help hold the bumper on. So we got it all set up here, and we got the bumper all grinded down, so let's see if we can get this thing tacked. I can't stay with here too much longer though, because I do have to go to a doctor's appointment, so we'll try to see how far we can get.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time.
We got the bumper on. As you guys can see, I kind of folded down the top of the tab to get a little bit more weld. I don't think he's gonna like it. I really don't think the promoter's going to like it. Couldn't find a hammer while I was doing it, so I used this really nice receiver as a hammer. But the bumper's garbage, so I didn't really mind cutting out that piece of the chrome, to be honest. Honestly, I needed to get welds in there, and I wasn't going to get welds in there any other way. But I really don't think the promoter's going to like how I bent that over. But at this point, I don't care. I don't want my bumper falling off, guys. So, that's about it for today. We're running out of time. I'm probably going to do a little bit more welding to this tomorrow. And then I'm going to read the rules to see what I can do here. See if I can put steel behind the struts or not. And then just move some wiring and then get some tires. For tires, I'm thinking two things. I bought another set of these. Now, they're not the exact same as the ones I had before. These are the BMTs, I believe it is. BTMs? BKTs. V-treads, these are the 500 15s. I'd like to get different ones, but I thought I ordered different ones, but these are the ones that showed up. They're not as aggressive as I actually wanted. They're only about an inch tall. You guys say, oh, an inch is quite a bit of tread, but you know, it actually wears out pretty quick on these. So I have these ones, or I have the ones on this car. Now these are just dirt bike tires with tubes. These are 17s, the other ones are 15s. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but the dirt bike tires have been doing me pretty good, but I'm really nervous with how muddy this track is going to be, and these ones here will give me a little bit more clearance, I think. But we'll have to see. So we're going to figure out some tires in the upcoming days, do a little bit more welding, and then go from there. But thanks, Eddy, for stealing the already built car. So now we just got to finish this one off, and we'll be ready to go. Still a little bit more things left to do, like clean up some of the wiring, get the wiring away from the shifter, front window bar, tires, rear tires, tie the doors shut, front window bar. I think I already said that. But it's all coming along. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back here later on Zach's workshop. And I'm going to derby my first Hyundai Elantra, I guess. It was either going to be a Vibe or Elantra, so stuck with one of them. Take care, guys. See you back here later on Zach's workshop.